Masked and heavily armed, two men entered the building in the centre of the French capital late this morning and began firing. By the time they'd stopped, at least 12 people were dead.
Is there any limit in a freedom of speech? Is there any limit in a freedom at all? Of course there is. If you start to hurt somebody, and if you start to hurt somebody's religious feelings, you're crossing the line. And in France, the line was crossed many years ago. This magazine, Charlie Hebdo, was publishing awful, blasphemous stuff. And when I saw this, when I saw the pictures, the cartoons, the drawings of Jesus Christ, I was sick. I was not sick with hatred, and I didn't want to kill them because they are already dead, and they didn't deserve to be dead now. Of course, they deserve to be prosecuted and sentenced to prison or fined, but they didn't deserve to be dead. No, but they shouldn't allow, French society shouldn't allow those people to. They shouldn't allow them to hurt somebody's religious feelings. They should say stop, should be fined or sentenced to prison, and there would be no case. And atheist who says that it's okay to mock the religion, to mock the Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, Buddhism, whatever, they are completely wrong. It's not right, because you are hurting people. And if I say to atheist mother that she is, or if I say him that his mother is a bitch, am I alright? Of course I'm not. So if you mock my God, if you mock Jesus Christ, if you draw such an awful thing, you are not right at all, and you've got no right to do this. It's not freedom. The freedom ends. Listen to that. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, so that everyone who believes in him may not perish but may have eternal life. And that's why Christianity is the only religion, I believe.
Well, as a human being, as a Muslim, I totally condemn this barbaric and evil crime. If they think that they have the right to kill innocent people because they disagree with cartoons, then they're living in a parallel universe. We as Muslims abhor the terrorism, we abhor their actions, and they don't do it in my name or the name of my great faith. I'm somebody who opposes those cartoons, have consistently opposed those cartoons, but do that through the political protests, through the media, and through peaceful methods. There's no excuse for violence whatsoever, and in a democracy people are free to express themselves how they want to. Equally, we are free to express our opposition to those cartoons, but no violence is ever the solution to any problem.
Are you surprised, though, by what unfolded at the offices this morning?
I'm not surprised, because we're obviously facing a heightened threat now from ISIS and other terrorist organisations who think that the best way to damage relations in our countries is to carry out lone wolf attacks, as we saw in London last year with Lee Rigby, as we've seen so brutally today in Paris. We as Muslims, as Christians, as Jews, as people of no faith, all need to come together and unify against this threat. The terrorists want to divide us, and in that we must make sure that they don't succeed.
Many of the journalists we've been speaking to have been saying to us there is a line that should be open always for journalists when they are commenting on any aspect of news or topical matters, whether it be satirical or in the news agenda. Has a line been crossed, do you think, for this paper?
Well, I think if you want to challenge Islam, if you want to have an engagement and a debate with Islam and Muslims, then we in the Muslim community are up for that debate. It's going to be based on tolerance, it's going to be based on evidence, and it's going to be based on respect. And these sort of satirical cartoons that depict the Prophet Muhammad are an affront to our faith, something which I oppose. But again, I go to this very central principle. The journalists are free to make those cartoons, to draw those cartoons and promote their issues in a free society, and we're equally able to challenge that in a peaceful manner. There's no place for violence or terrorism or death threats against anybody. Any person was subjected to death threats last year by Al-Shabaab and Al-Qaeda, so we won't take we won't be taking any lectures, if you like, from these terrorists who want to cause harm and division. And my thoughts and prayers are with the families of those that have been injured and been killed in Paris today.